This week on the 100K Footy Show, round 20 preview, we go through all of the best legs for this week. Jev?
As always, we try and turn $10 into 100K betting on the footy. We cannot wait. And I said I was supposed to give the code to the 4x100, but I dogged it a little and I forgot. So the link is below for the Punters Club this week.
Yes, it is, Jeb. Now, next week we have the pyramid. The Shark will be coming on the next few weeks. Guys, you do not want to miss out on this show because the footy season is coming to a very close end, is it not?
It's as done as Joe Biden nearly, so.
Oh, yes. Welcome back to the show that made it to Sunday alive. The show that thinks the Pies should be in the Olympics for taking a dive. Nice. The show that welcomes back the Lions as they are now in the conversation for the best in the biz. And the Hawks are the most exciting team to watch with Guinea, Day, Warple, Newcomb and the Wiz. Like with only 5 games left and the top 8 still up for debate, we're ready to hit the 100K multi and off to Vegas we celebrate. Welcome back to the 100K Footy Show, where every single week we show how smart we really are by assembling the best multi we can come up with, putting $10 on it and trying to finally hit the holy grail of $100,000 of a single betting on the footy. Boys, it's good to be back.
Fantastic introduction, Das.
Thank you,
Great
guys.
work. Boys, why do Collingwood supporters stink?
Why?
So blind people can hate them too.
Yes! Come on.
Awesome. Lewis, how are you, brother?
I'm good. Coming off Tuesday night, Monday night, we want to say a massive thank you to Fancast. We were on there last night.
Thank you.
Awesome location, St Kilda Bowls Club. Joe was awesome. So Joe and Dave, thanks for having us. Go give that a listen, Fancast, on Apple, Spotify and YouTube. And I'm sick of you blokes. This is our 4th night together. So
it's pretty funny.
We had some good celebrations over the weekend. So I just wanted to touch on quickly. We had a pretty fun weekend. I had my 30th. We had some fun. But I just want to say the biggest regrets over the last 8 days. It's not Dickie ordering a salad at the steak bar.
Shark.
If you get a steak, he went in the salad because he had chips the day before. He thought he didn't want to double up.
the Shark looks after himself.
That's not the worst thing. The Demons extending Harrison Petty for 2 more years has to be the worst thing
That's a mid-season
that I've heard.
A mid-season mulligan.
What is that?
Should we bring back mid-season mulligans?
That's it. That's it.
Melbourne have already made that segment, and that is mid-season mulligan.
Da, 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 da.
I'll put the sticker in
All right,
there.
so last week,
Awesome.
if you're brand new to the show, welcome. And let's hope you hang around. Hey, the Ramble is coming up soon, Morgs.
Yeah, we're about 35 minutes away.
So you want to let them know what the Ramble is?
Yeah, so the 100K multi starts Saturday afternoon to give you time to listen to it, give you time to listen to our legs and put it on Saturday morning. We send out all our links to the Patreon, which makes it a little bit easier for you to put the multi on. So speaking about Friday Night Footy, when Thursday Night Footy comes back, we throw it all into the Ramble. It's a bit more of an unstructured segment.
It's only Friday because Friday is the early game. So it's only Friday at the moment that we're talking about in the Ramble.
Just about 35 minutes away.
To the Ramble.
Tune in.
All right, so let's touch off how we went last week, Jev. I believe it was 27 out of 36 legs.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 75%.
That's a good week. So
Six opt in
let's
for two.
let's go over some stiff legs, bad legs. What were they?
It's like Jez for 2. How can you not get 2 at
stiff.
home at GMHBA? They were playing on a farm cow paddock.
Think would suit him.
Heaney for 20. His first game of the year, he's had under 20. Had 19.
Stiff.
Very stiff. Papley anytime, that was a void. Cozzy to kick a goal. Didn't kick a goal. They got pumped. LDU for 25. He had 23. And Georgie Wardlaw for 20. He had 19 as well. So
That is so
I'm
stiff.
4 possessions off and a Cozzy goal, basically.
That's why we call them stiff and not bad.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think my only stiff leg was Cam Zerha for 2. I'm pretty sure everything else hit.
Wow.
Maybe I think I had a little bit to do with Tom Papley, but he voided. But yeah, Zerha for 2. He didn't kick a snag in the igloo.
Beautiful. I had Lockie Neal for 25, got held 18. So
held.
that's a stiff one. Trent Rivers, Lake Trent Rivers, needing for 20, only had 19.
Fucking hell.
And Cripps for a snag, so he's kicked 5 goals, 3 in his last 3 games. I went to have a shot and just shanked it. So
Yeah, that
it just went
happens.
forward. So at least you get a look, but still, stiff leg. Good legs, though. Listen up to
Lots
this.
of 'em.
This is how good we are.
Toby Green anytime,
Yep.
Brad Hill 15, Dylan Moore 15, Cody Waitman anytime, Chad for 20, Logan McDonald for a goal, Josh Tracy for 2, Nick Larkey for 2, and Paul Curtis anytime.
He was awesome. He kicked 3, did he not?
Yeah, he was on fire.
He was awesome.
good
Yeah,
gambling.
good legs. Connor Nash 15, Daniel Rioli for 20, Brad Close for any time, Errol 25, the Milkshake Melksham for 1, Harry for 2, Sheasel for 25. He had 35. He was awesome. Great work.
Arguably the best player in the comp. Jesse Hogan for 2, Newcomb for 20, Georgiardi, Michi Ordiardi's for 2, Danaher for 1, Aging Hayden Young for 20, Cripps for 25, and Walsh for 25. So
Yeah, good legs.
we had
Good
a
legs.
lot of good legs.
And
Now,
there's
Jeff,
more coming up.
A lot to work with.
the Punters Club. Talk to us.
The 10K Punters Club. Fuck, we don't hit again. But I said it's every week until we hit. So the round 19 10K Punters Club. We only had 89 this week, so we had $890 on.
Still
trying to win 10K. Jez too, so we weren't alive Saturday night. He didn't kick his second, and then Lockie Neal for 25 didn't get us either, so he only had 18, as you said. So it's back this week. The code for the round 20 10K Punters Club is 8NVYSW. 8NVYSW.
It's good code.
We'll put something up. We'll put that in our Discord first. They get first crack. Das, the 4x100K Punters Club.
So we won the first week. So we had $1,000 on a $3.50 multi. We had $3,509. So we went to put it on another $3.50 multi. So this had 8 legs in it. So this was to get us up to $12,000. So we had Toby Green tick, Dylan Moore 15 tick, Tyson Stengel tick.
Great stuff.
We're into the next day. Danaher 1 tick. Now, Papley injured himself before halftime, so they voided that same gamer. Luckily, Heaney only had 19. So then that would have drawn that multi down to about $6,000 in total. Charlie Kerner obviously hit his 2 goals in the last game, but Lake Trent Rivers had 19. So we were 1 Rivers touch off, getting $6,000 back in the Punters Club, and then we would have rolled that all on this week. Wasn't to be. Are we going to do another one?
Bringing it back. We are bringing it back.
Yep.
Because I feel that one filled up quicker.
That one fills up quick, and the Discord get first crack at it. We will release that code in the ramble. So hang around for the ramble.
Smart.
We'll bring that back in the ramble. The code for the new 4x100 Punters Club. Our Discord gets first crack at that, and the Patrons get first crack. If it fills up really quick this time, we might even open a second one, Das. So we'll put something on our story.
Smart.
But yeah, that'll be in the ramble.
Beautiful. Ready to get into it?
Ready to get into it.
We are. Can't believe we're at round 20. Like, it's so quick how this season actually goes. So we're finally going to get into it. So the first game, let's kick us off. North Melbourne, Geelong, Bloodstone Arena. Boys, what do you have for this one?
I've got this game in the ramble. It's that early.
Yeah.
Like, it's so early. Even my alarm's still sleeping.
I threw the brekkie game straight in the ramble.
Yeah, to be honest, bakeries aren't even open in Tassie at this time. So where will we be talking about North Melbourne, Geelong in the ramble?
1:45 in Hobart.
In about 25 minutes.
We did make rules. We don't bet on possessions in Hobart.
Yep.
They just go missing. They
go
go
lost.
missing. They don't come to Tassie. And then goal kickers, I don't know. I don't want to take Jez for 2 after he didn't kick one last week. Maybe like Combin for 1, but we got nothing in the 100K. So we'll talk about a couple of legs we like in the ramble, but nothing in the 100K in this one, North versus Geelong.
What it does mean, though, we're alive heading into the 4:30 games.
Here we go. Right, so the first official game we're going to bet on. So this is the Battle of People's Stadium. Is that what it's called now? It's not the Bank.
People's Choice.
People's Choice Stadium. So they're undefeated there, Jev. Suns, Lions. Talk to me.
Sit down, Noah. You're in the Hall of Fame. My guy, Noah Anderson, is a goddamn Hall of Famer at home.
Yes, he is.
Did you guys know
Here we go.
Noah is actually Sharmy and the boys' cameraman up on the Gold Coast? You know Sharmy and the boys making memory boys on things?
Extra cash.
And when he travels, he can't film Sharmy stubbing his toe again, so it really irritates him. That's why he's a little inconsistent on the road.
Right.
So, but at home though, my guy averages 34 touches his last 5 games at home.
Stop.
34 his last 5. So I'm just asking for 25 touches. Noah Anderson, $1.27, and for this godly streak of home form to continue, give me Noah Anderson.
So he doesn't hit it away because he can't film him stubbing his toe.
Oh, that's all they do, stub toe and eat chili. I've seen them all.
This book of facts on Noah is going to be all time.
Unbelievable.
The audio book coming out in, I think, October. So tune in for that. Nothing for me, Das. I sort of teased, but I wanted to do a massive shout out. My boy Malcolm Rojas Jr. He's back after the Chris
Did we
Lacey.
get him in?
No, we didn't get him quite in. So he came off he's got sharp elbows, like steak knives, that bloke, Jeb. But I tell you what, this bloke's future is brighter than David Warner's OLED. So I want to look out for him. He'll be in next week's for sure. We looked at having him this week, but we'll let him have a week back in, and then he's back in the multi.
We actually put it out to the Discord. We need some help. Yep. So me and Ricardo N in the Discord. So if you are listening, we both fucking love Joe Danaher for 2 at $1.60. So he says Sir Joeth has kicked 12 goals in his last 5 games against the Suns. Piece of piss. Absolutely lock it in. Loves kicking him through the big sticks, and he's a bit awkward. So that's what Ricardo has said.
Did he really
in
say
the
that?
Discord? He said that word for word. And that's the Intel 2+ at $1.60. 12 goals in his last 5 games against the Suns.
Great stuff.
And that's including a game where he didn't actually kick a goal.
There you go. So he kicks bags against him.
Yes, he does.
He had 3 at quarter time against us, or 2
Yeah,
at quarter
2.
time. Kicked the first 2 goals of the game, so yeah.
He's good. Do you see, I think Kingy said today, He's literally 50-50 from every spot on the ground.
That's a great
whether it's from the goal square, whether it's 50 metres out, he's literally a 50-50
70 from
kick.
goal. He's a 50-50
How
chance.
good's
Yeah,
that?
it's a good call.
Anything else?
Nothing from me.
Nothing for me, mate.
All right, next game. Here we go. The old Bombers fans, assholes, will be like this. Will be only if you fart, only a dog could hear it. That's how high pitched that thing would be. Saints, Bombers, Jev, who do you like?
Boys, you know when you're on a job that you only get paid every second week, and the first week you live like a king, and then the second week you're hanging on for dear
The old
life.
fortnightly.
The second week you shop it for Aldi steaks. That's right. I'm taking Brad Hill 15 again. The Aldi Oyster Blade. The man's had 15. He's had 15 touches, 15 of his last 16 games. The one he missed, he had 14. He's averaging 23 touches in the Esky this year, and he's gone 8 for 8 for 15 in the Esky. Had him last week. He was a tick for us. We were all nervous about it, but he got there. His last 3 against the Bombers, 25, 23, 26.
Nice. That's good form if we only need for 15.
We only need him for 15. My man gets 15. Brad Hill, the Aldi steak, is back. Let's go.
Yeah, watching the German cut of rump last week, he gets to a lot of contests.
Oh, he runs all
on the
day.
wheel. I couldn't believe he's at every stoppage.
Why is he German?
I think Aldi's German.
Oh.
Yeah, they are
So
German.
the German cut of rump.
Yeah.
I got an awesome bet for you, Dustin. Awesome bet. Kyle Langford anytime, $1.14.
Talk to me.
They'll have a point to prove the Bombers this week. You talk about a harsh review. I haven't seen this much negative feedback since Sam McClure's Love Island audition. Seriously, this week it's been all about the Bombers. In that review, Kyle Langford would have been a huge component. Going back as a spare to not really play the spare. He went down as loose, but was as useless as Sexyland's 3-hour delivery scheme. You up front with that? I don't know about you, but if I'm ordering from Sexyland, I'm not waiting 3 hours. So I think that's useless, as much like Kyle Langford was last week when he went down back. But tell me, the moment's gone in it, Das. 3 hours. Can you just hold off, do you?
Or maybe you just want a little lace up for later in the night.
3-hour delivery. You're buggered. You're asleep.
Yeah, but what if you're planning for the night ahead? 3 hours actually isn't that bad.
You're a better man than me. Don't know about you, but as I said, point to prove. His last 5, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. So the form is there. It's a great start. I'm getting $1.14 for a man that's in that serious form. And I think he's been hampered a little bit by last week's loss, but he will kick a goal.
You just crack out Nan's thermos, wouldn't you? That thing.
Again. Morg's only cracked that out so many times.
It's huge. The tartan
Back
print.
to that well, is it, Luke?
Yeah, 3 hours is an awkward time to wait.
Yeah, the thermos will suffice.
Oh,
You can use it in many different ways. So I'm actually not taking a leg in this game, boys. I just want to see both teams capitulate, run all over the top of each other. I actually think the Saints are going to win this.
Yeah, you're pretty confident.
I think the Saints are going to win this. The Bombers are going to go
You are
down.
confident. It's odd, isn't it? You said that last night on Fancast.
I'm so confident in the Saints.
Interesting. You hate the Bombers.
Yeah, hate the
You
Bombers.
always have.
Love it. So we're taking the Oyster Blade, German.
The German cutter.
Who else? Langford.
Langford for 1.
That's
I
a
reckon
good
this show
start.
will grow.
Yeah, one day.
Will it?
Next game, Melbourne Giants. This is huge, boys.
This is great.
Giants need to win this. Jev, who do you like?
I got nothing in this game. Just all my legs slipped through the cracks.
That's fair
I got
enough.
nothing. I'm just going to enjoy this game. I think GWS are absolute certainties. I think it's the bet and the tip of the week. We did say that in the pod last night, but I got no legs. You?
I was going to ask you in the pre-game whether you thought about adding GWS to win.
Yeah, I would have. If it was a Sunday leg, I probably would have.
that's a good
But
call.
we're going to get through Saturday, and we hate when we lose with the result bets.
Yeah, I love a result bet, but I do know what you mean. Das, give me Jacob Van Rooten and Tooten for 1.
Jacob
I
the-
love
the
this guy.
Tooten.
$1.20. I spoke about him. He's been more lively than a Chapel Street kebab shop, this bloke, in the last month.
Hold it to bully.
Dominated in the ruck when called upon, kicking snags when he feels like it. I just love the sheer size of the 193 centimetre ox. He's kicked 9 in his last 5. He's gone 1, 2, 4, 0, 2. I said it 2 weeks ago. He's starting to click the rhubarb, and I like what I see. I think D's fans are liking what they see. So $1.20 is too nice of a price.
Love that. All right, boys, it's time for a Who Am I?
Thank
Yes.
I have a strict social hierarchy and a regular mate for life. I have a broad diet including meat, fish, and eggs. I can run 60 kilometers an hour, travel 40 kilometers a day, and jump 2 meters high and successfully climb trees. Who am I?
I know it.
I've got no idea.
It's Mark Diamond, isn't it? The Olympic shooter.
Mark,
Isn't it?
has to be.
Jesse the Dingo Hogan, boys. They're all dingo facts. 2 goals at $1.30. This man has been sharper than a tack, hasn't
He's
he?
been
In front of
unbelievable.
goals, that hands like a vice, just comes up, clunks it, kicks the goals. We need to have a little catchphrase like Jeremy Cameron, because at the moment, he's clunking the big ones
clunks
and
them.
kicking the goals. Boys, I've also got one more.
It's a good shirt, clunking the big ones.
Clunking the big ones. This bloke has put his head in more holes than a dildo in a share house.
Oh
Jack
my God.
Viney for 20 touches at $1.30. This bloke is tougher than the skin on your nan's knee. His last 3 games against the Giants, 41, 27, 24. The heartbeat of the midfield of the D's. Come on.
Big final.
Good.
Jack Viney is that tough, and his head's been in that many positions. He just knows what to do. Those 2 legs, absolutely love him, and your leg. Next game, boys. It's the derby. Dockers, Eagles.
Massive
So
game.
last time, I think the line we said last time was 37.5. Pretty sure it's the same now, but West Coast absolutely dog walked them. I don't think it's going to happen again. The Dockers are looking to play finals. Jev, what leg do you like?
Yeah. Freo got embarrassed by Harley Reid earlier in the year. He single-handedly won the West Coast the Derby in 5 minutes of football. Remember the end of the
Did he
first quarter,
what?
start of the second quarter, and just know how much that would have burned Caleb Sarong,
Oh, yeah.
Andy Brayshaw, Hayden Young, just all of Freo. So give me Caleb Sarong for 25 at $1.15. I know he's let us down in key spots this year. Been a couple of games he's just let us down, but not at home, not at Optus Stadium. He's 9 for 9 on the year for 25 plus. He had 36 on the weekend. He's had a 37 and a 46 at home on top of that.
That's so much.
These
ball.
Freo mids will not let Harley do that again. Caleb Sarong is our first tip. $25, $1.15, Lou.
Dust. I don't know when stock market is, but are we throwing
Next week.
Caleb out for Brownlow?
Nah.
No.
Another 3 here makes things super interesting.
Yeah. No, he's definitely thereabouts.
Lockie Neal into 3rd favourite. Who would have thought? So keep your eyes peeled. I wanted to say that last.
Wasn't Lockie second?
No, he's gone to 3rd now.
Who's-
Zach Merritt
What,
second.
after today?
Zach Merritt second?
After
Yeah.
today?
Must have been. Pat Cripps 250, Zach Merritt 650, Lockie Neal at 7.
There's been some big bets in from Merritt then.
We got the
since
Shark coming
Sharks,
on soon.
yeah. I think he's 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away.
I got a who am I for you.
yesterday. Oh, here we
Yes.
go. Thank God. I love this.
I've been drafted twice in my career, in both 2015 where I was pick 41 and in 2022 as pick 57. I've played at 3 AFL clubs and I'm only 27 years of age. My specialty in the kitchen is a Scandinavian beef ragu, and I often cook it for the boys at training. The boys around the club... These are all true. The boys around the club call me a myriad of names, including the pressure washer, the Hog, Richard, and Neil. Who am I?
I've got fucking no idea.
That's not good enough, Jim.
I-
Have a crack
Is it-
after dark.
Is it Sarah Perkins?
Is it
She played in the WAFL. I know she played for 3 clubs.
Both good guesses. I'm Corey Wagner, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
15 touches in the weeds at $1.33. He's just part of Fremantle's wall of defence. He's shorter than your uncle's sex drive down back, Das, and I'm loving what I'm seeing in the analytics department. His last 5,
I'm
15.
trying to piece out one of my uncles. Which one has a...
Both of them. 15, 21, 21, 17, 17. It does not sound like a bloke that's played for 3 clubs and drafted twice. He played for West Coast round 23 last year. He had his 20. Playing north of 80% game time at the moment, his last 5. That's a stat I really like.
puts his arm on
he's
and just plays back there.
Correct. He's getting the opportunities to touch the onion dust, and that's what I love at $1.33.
Went back with the flight as well and had a genuine
Wagner.
crack and got smacked. Also, I've got 9 uncles, believe it or not.
Wow.
Boys, give me Hayden Young for 20 touches at $1.09. The only man more damaging with a pill in hand is Charlie Sheen. Honestly, the second most damaging player in the comp the last 6 weeks behind Paddy Cripps. 22.6 touches over his last Baker's month. I had to crowbar that in. I thought you were going to get it in before then.
Mine's later.
21, 25, his last 2 against West Coast. Morgs, do you want to tell them what the Baker's month is?
Yeah, well, a Baker's dozen is 13. A lot of the stats we go by are in 5. So a Baker's month is just add 1.
Yeah.
5 weeks.
Well done.
Baker's
Jeff,
month.
do you have anything else?
Yeah, I do.
Here we go. Let's
do.
go. Pipe up.
Give me Pizza Hut Tracy, 2 snags at $1.38. Bro kicked 3 goals, 2 on the weekend against the D's after having the 4 large pizza, 4 large sides, $48 Pizza Hut deal for breakfast on Sunday morning. Honestly, I saw him go up to Stephen May and say, have you tried the new surf and turf pizza from Pizza Hut? It's succulent prawns, tender steak, and diarrhea with it in 18 minutes of eating it. So Big Pizza Hut kicks 2 snags in the showdown, goes and drinks a pub dry with Big Sean Darcy. Then they both go tackle the 2 large pizzas, 2 Nutella pizzas, pizzas and a drink for $34 straight afterwards.
Awesome value.
Pizza Hut Tracy, 2 snags, $1.38.
Well done.
Let's go.
Boys, we got to take our man. The Mudflat
Yes.
Waterman at a premium price for 1 snag for $1.19, boys. It's his 100th game. Very smart. So he was meant to be playing his 100th last week in the Esky, but he pulled out with a sore knob smartly. So he's obviously got the derby this week, boys. Our sweet, sweet Mudflap. I called for it last week, but if you are listening, Alec, make sure you pass on the message.
Please.
This first goal that you kick in your 100th,
Grab some
just a grab of the flap,
Up.
point to the sky. So his last 5, he's kicked 3 goals, 1, 2, 2.
Yeah, all
And in
kicks.
round 7 against Freo, please, we can't forget this.
No.
Kick 5 goals too, the Mud.
Yeah, he was on
Yeah,
fire.
nice.
So for 1 goal is $1.19, and I believe 2 goals is $2, which is fucked.
$2.03, yeah. for
So
sure.
if we always say, if you're one of the best 5 or 6 forwards in the comp,
Yep.
if you can get anything around $1.30 for 2 goals, that is unbelievable gas.
We're getting $2.
It's $2. We're only taking for 1 the multi because it's still pretty early, but in individual multis and
Oh, yeah.
personals, I'll be.
Two. That'll be $1.80 by the time.
Well,
it's game
I'd do
time.
that in a punters club.
Yeah.
I'd just go 1,000 people in 2 to 1, Waterman for 2.
Double that money.
Start one.
I would
Start the Waterman Punters Club.
every week until
Waterman for 2.
until he loses.
Put it in the Discord.
Yeah, I might put it in the Discord. Next game, boys. Pies, Tigers. Jeb, what do you think?
Is Dustin Martin playing?
No, he's got a bad back.
Is he playing?
He's playing golf.
Dustin Martin reminds me of my dad. He plays golf, complains
the athleticism.
complains his back sore, so to fix and loosen up his back, he goes and plays golf again. Except my dad is retired and in his 60s, and Dustin Martin is on $1 million a year to play for the Richmond Tigers. What the fuck? Does he play, or does he just have a sore back from playing golf, and to fix his back, he goes and plays another round?
Do you blame him though? Fucking game of golf, is it?
So give me Dan Rioli. This bloke's more reliable than a pepperoni pizza. This bloke's
yeah.
more reliable than steamed dimmies with some soy sauce at your
Definitely.
local footy club.
pretty good.
I can trust this bloke as much as I can trust the sunrise. Give me Dan Rioli for 20 at $1.16. My guy had 28 and 2 on the weekend.
Yep.
He's so
That's
reliable.
a big game. He's at 25 plus 3 weeks in a row and 20 plus 14 out of his last 15. He's on fire, Dan Rioli. He gets 20 on the G against the Pies. Lou.
Would you let him house sit even?
Oh, 100%.
That's how low.
100%.
This American honey's getting really big on me. Got a bit of a two-pronger here.
Here we go.
Bobby Hill anytime, Dan McStay anytime.
Nice.
So $1.23 for Bob, $1.19.
Steak on the hill, is it?
There's must-wins
Yep.
and there's must-wins. This is the biggest must-win of the year for Collingwood.
Wow.
So if they lose this, it's done. And then, as David King said, you start looking at, do you throw blokes in for surgery? Do you let to go? Which you don't see a lot in Australian sport. It's a big American thing. But I think teams are going to start looking at it.
Do you let Lepich go on the man shake?
I'd start Lepich. The finals implications in this one for Collingwood are more important to their success than Rahul Dravid's thigh pad.
Fucking hell.
That's what I'm liking in your series.
The wall.
The Tigers might have a crack here, which is why I like it. So I
will.
went through the numbers. So having said that the Tigers might have a crack. The bookies have Collingwood score under over. So we looked at this for the Blues on the way in.
We were
95.5 is the under over. So that's how many points I think Collingwood is scoring. So I had a little look. We've got 14 goals to play with.
Yep.
So someone's kicking snags.
Yep.
So I'm going to put my trust in Bobby Hill for any time, $1.23. Dan McStay, he was the fullest of forwards last week, and he'll probably be the same with no Maya check. So I think these are good bets. $1.23, $1.19. They're more like Saturday legs, but I got them on Sunday.
Nah, they're good legs. Good work.
I love those 2 legs or those 3 legs. So I actually won't touch anything in this game.
That's
We
a
just
good bet.
move through the next one. Boys, as we get into the final 2 games, these are probably the most enjoyable game. Well, I can't wait to watch these 2.
Yep.
So let's kick into it, Jev. Swans, Bulldogs. It's not about who you play, it's when you play them. Maybe this is a good time for the Dogs to verse you, or maybe they just get a bit of a reality check. They've beaten the Blues, then they've beaten the Cats away. Very interested to see what they're going to do in this game. Jev, what legs are you taking in this week's 100K?
Give me Chad Warner, 20 and 1. Safest bet in football for the most eye-popping player in the comp. 1 goal, 2 goals, 3, 2 goals straight his last 3 weeks of football. 13 games in a row with 20-plus touches.
Yep.
And what about earlier in the year when he played the Dogs at Marvel on that Thursday night?
That was
25 touches, 4 goals, a dead-set hanger, 12 coaches' votes, 4 Brownlow votes. He'll continue his form.
Yeah.
20 and 1 for the Chad.
Yep.
Kicks 1 every week. He gets 20 every week. It's safe.
I fucking love it.
Lou.
Give me Errol Goulden for 25. Me and Misho on the Discord. So you had a chat to it. As you said, we put out some feelers today.
Mish.
We want to get the Discord to help us a bit more. So if you are keen to help us, jump onto the Patreon on the Discord. But he loved it as well. $1.28. I said it last week. He's in better form than Haley Welsh's TikTok account. And it's still true. He's the first to 10K in the meters gained this year. He's coming off 41, 28 and 27 his last 3 weeks. Heaney spending some more time forward probably with Papley out, you'd think.
Yes.
25 in 10 of his last 11, averaging 28.2 his last 20. He's a goddamn star, and I'm just so happy to bet on him.
Well done. That's really good stuff. Boys, we've got to take the man that's been in red-hot form down forward for the Bulldogs, Cody Waitman, sorry, for only one goal.
He's my mate.
Waitman, for $1.16. I know it's kind of short, but he's played the Swans 3 times in his career, and he's kicked 6 goals. What's that an average of?
Yeah, it's good.
What do we need him for?
Just one.
Simple maths, isn't it? Kicked 8 goals in his last 4 games, and he honestly looks like Tony Modra on Anavar, and maybe a little bit of D-ball. Like, he's pretty yoked.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
Pretty good painter as well. Have you seen some of his paintings?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they're all right. On TikTok. Jev, anything else?
Give me Logan McDonald for 2 at $1.86. He only kicked 1 goal, 1 on the weekend, but he still had his scoring shots, and we know scoring shots are the key.
They are.
Had this league last week. He's been having a bucket load of shots on goal at the SCG. He's coming off 4 last time he played there. He'll kick 2. $1.86 is great value on a Sunday, so Lou.
Got to work together, don't we, Das?
Got to work together.
So I got McGrath at one end, Errol 25. Bring on Warren at the other end, Heaney anytime.
Yes.
So why do I like Errol? Because Heaney's going forward, so I may as well bet on him for a snag.
Yeah.
$1.19, said it before.
Brilliant.
More time up forward. There's rumblings. David King's talking about maybe he's the full season workload of the midfield.
Yep.
Sort of wearing on him a little bit, so maybe we start betting on him for snags. He's kicked a goal in each of his last 5 against the Dogs. He didn't kick one in round 16 in the Freo loss on your 30th, Jev. But before that, he kicked 7 goals in 4 games at home.
Yep.
So loves it at home. Love him up forward. $1.19. It's a great Sunday league.
Boys.
He got tagged on the weekend
Yeah, he did.
by Josh Dunkley.
Yep.
I don't think he'll get tagged, but if he does, go and sit out of the cube at full forward. He's
100%.
impossible to match up on. So, yeah, I reckon he'll kick goals well. I've heard he's got a bit of a banged up thumb, so he's a bit sore.
Yep.
So, yeah, I love him for a snag as well.
Beautiful. Boys, what are some things that you'll find in a casserole? I just want to know, like, maybe some chicken,
Some veggies.
maybe some veggies, maybe
Sometimes tuna. Like, it's like cat food, though. Tuna casserole. It's doggies.
maybe a bit of stock.
Lots of stuff.
Stock, you reckon?
Yeah, just put a bit of stock in your casserole. You'll also find Tom Liberatore fair income right in that thing for 20 touches at $1.15, 23, 20, 22, 25, 28.
Yeah.
His head is so buried in this casserole, he'll smell like it. So I've just got him for 20 touches, boys. He's an absolute barometer for them. He'll just get it done. And I love the fact that when even he gets to play on the best players, he will just almost try and beat them to the footy. He might not get the flashiest touches, but he's so inside, so tough. So I absolutely love it. Anything else?
No more legs for me.
No, but I did just want to shout out, went under the radar last week, Jev calling him top Libra 20.
Boys, this man has the class of James Bond, the haircut of Happy Gilmore's caddy, and the nose of a bloodhound. Marcus Bontempelli for 20 touches at $1 goddamn 12, averaging 26.6 his last 5 games. He had 26 and 31 in his last 2 games against the Swans. He's an absolute bloody goddamn champion of this game.
A goddamn champion.
I call him Schnozzy Pickett.
Schnozzy.
He could light a cigarette in the rain.
That's not bad.
Come on.
That's good.
My nose sucks.
You can smell his brown low already.
You smell? God
Come
damn.
on.
All right, that's it. Next game, boys.
final.
Adelaide Hawks. This is an absolute monster game for both teams. I can't wait to hear some stuff about the ladder in this game.
The
It's going to be
implications are
Lieutenant Ladder coming.
Lieutenant Ladder.
Dravid's thigh pad like this.
Dravid's. All right, here we go. Last couple of legs, Jev. What do you like?
Dylan Moore, 15 touches.
Champion.
Probably the most underrated player in the comp. Doesn't play a bad game because he just builds his game off effort and work rate, and he just brings that every week. Does not play a bad game. He's had 15 9 games in a row. He's had 4 big 25-plus disposable performances in that 9 games. He just gets his 15.
He's so good to watch.
He's just a fucking workhorse. Absolutely love him. He complements that small forward line so well because he just does it different.
Champion.
So
Yep.
I'll take Dylan Moore. Until he misses, he's in the multi.
Performance.
It's just too good of a leg.
I couldn't love it more. Ladder-wise.
Here we go.
So I said it before, Hawthorn on 40, but what I like about it is that teams are playing each other. So Hawthorn on the 11 on 40, GWS on 5th, on 44 points.
Yeah.
They play Melbourne, though, who are 10th, 1 above Hawthorn. 4 points clear. As I said, the Dogs at 40. So if Hawthorn are to win, and as you say, the Saints beat Essendon, they go above Essendon. And your take from earlier in the year.
Is alive.
That Hawthorn would win more games than Essendon is alive and well, and maybe the best take of all time.
Could be one of the great Stephen Bradbury takes of all time.
Could be, yeah.
So it's coming hard. So as I said, so much to play for. And for that reason, Das, give me Ben Keays for one.
Yes.
So coming off 71-1 he was more electric than Urani's top draw, honestly. He just kicks goals, this bloke. It's unbelievable when you look at the stats. He's kicked a goal in each of his last 5, kicking 13 over that period. Licks his lips at home. He's kicked 1, 2, 1 his last 3. He's an unlikely type, but that's why I love him, Das. Keys for one.
Thank you very much. Boys, John Newcomb for 20 touches at $1.17. This man's head is so big when he puts on his jersey, he has to step into it. He wears a wok as a bucket hat. He sleeps in a single mattress and uses a double bed as a pillow, averaging 25.7 touches his last 3 games against the Crows. His head is huge, boys. John Newcomb, 20 touches, $1.17. Anything else?
If Liver King and Bear Grylls headed to the bush and all they had was a hunting knife and a pack of Darcy Fogarty's Marlboro Reds, they would come back with Riley Thilthorpe and an empty pack of darts because the thrill seeker would eat their dinner and smoke their goddamn darts. This bloke is a wild beast. Bro's 22 going on 30. Bro looks like he eats at fancy restaurants with his hands. Bro eats his steaks raw. He walks into a butcher hungry and walks out full. Give me Riley Thilthorpe for 2 snags at $1.89. $1.89 is awesome for a bloke that's played 5 quarters of footy since coming back and he's kicked 4 sausages in those 5 quarters.
Awesome.
Basically a goal a quarter at the moment. Thilthorpe, 2. Bash.
Bit of a tongue twister, but he did really well.
Dimitri.
Anything else? Lewis.
Give me Will Day for 20.
Hello.
Pyramid play. You know it's the only metric I trust. Does.
Yes.
It's the only metric I trust. He's smoother than a bowling ball.
Yep.
He's tougher than your nan's fold-out couch, and he's ready to take the Hawks to the promised land. Adores it over in Adelaide, like most do.
Tougher than your nan's fold-out couch.
Yeah.
27 and 20, his last 2 appearances at the Oval.
Just sleep on the floor.
Only played the Crom once in his career, had 23, so no problems there. Coming off 26 against the Pies, it's probably my favourite leg all week.
He's a stud.
He's so good to
a
watch.
stud.
Boys, give me the biggest rock star in the AFL, the Mick Jagger of the AFL, Jack Ginnivan for 2 goals at $2.55.
$2.55.
Boys, Guinea's more entertaining than Sam Newman talking on Street Talk.
Jesus.
That's how entertaining this bloke is. Kicked 2 goals on the weekend, kicked 5 goals his last 2 weeks. How good is this kid? How good is the Guinea?
Aura. Marby Old Chol, 1 goal, 2 phones, 3 missed calls, 4 inches on top of me. Give me 2 bones. Give me 2 bones. Yeah, when I'm hard and he's soft. Give me 2 bones for a snag on Sunday night. He'll be, give me 2 bones for a snag on Sunday night. He'll be empty and focused. He likes to get his work done before halftime so he can warm up the thumbs for after the game. He's kicked 27 goals on the year. It's a pretty good season.
Yeah,
27 goals on the year. He'll kick 1. Marby Chol, 1 goal, 2 phones, 3 missed calls, 4 inches on top of me, Lewis.
Give me Quadzilla, Wild Fogs, the meat market, the loaf. Fogarty for 2.
Yeah,
We absolutely love the Fog here at 100k HQ. Just become a different option now for the Crows this year. So much more reliable and, dare I say, slipping under the radar. So $1.68 we're getting for him for 2. Our friends at StatMate say it should be worth $1.12. So he's had a baker's month, the boy. He'd love a bakery too, the old loaf. 4, 1, 2, 3, 2. So great numbers there. His last 4 against the Hawks, 2, 3, 2, 2. So multiple goals in each of those last 4. All signs point to yes, Das. Wild Fog is 11.
Love it. Apparently loves it. Smack of the golf clubs as well.
And then straight to the bucking ball at the
my
Woolshed.
God. It'll be
Gets a
fucked.
dart in his mouth. Him and Thilthorpe. They love it.
All right, boys. Warple for
Light it
20.
under Bond schnoz.
$1.16. He's the heartbeat of the midfield attack. 28, 24, 26, 28 his last 4 games. And then also, I've got to take my fucking man, boys. The whiz Nick Watson for 1 snag at $1.33. This kid has more upside than the second orders of a triple dippers. I'll tell you what, the first one was good, but the second one has potential massive upside. So he's kicked 6 goals, 8 his last 5 weeks, which means he's getting shots on goal.
Yes,
he's
that's
getting
what we
shots
like.
on goal. 6 goals, 8. He had a cracking game last week, boys.
He did. He was
I would like to see a few more Joe Lagooses out the back because he's got the pace. Yep. We saw him. If you're not going to respect him, he'll get you back towards goal. So the Wiz, my man, sent him a few messages. He's probably like, who's this weird guy? So he's just liking them. He's not writing in them back, but he's liking them.
He
Isn't
knows.
Jeff?
He knows. You are scaring the fuck out of the Wiz.
We love the Wiz. You got the multi on there?
Righto, here we go. So you have to put $9.77 on this 33-leg
Here we
multi
go.
to win $100,029. Noah Anderson, 25. Joe Danaher, 2 goals. Kyle Langford, anytime. Brad Hill, 15.
The butcher's
Great
camel.
start.
Yeah, I love it.
Jesse Hogan, 2. Jacob Van Ruin, 1. Jack Viney, 20.
Tough.
Caleb Sarong, 25. Pete Hart Tracy, 2 goals. Hayden Young, 20. Jake Waterman, 1. Andrew Brayshaw, 25.
Yes, please.
That's Saturday.
Great.
Come on.
Jobs.
Dan Rioli, 20. Bobby Hill anytime. Dan McStay anytime.
Yep, love it.
Cody Waitman anytime.
Come on.
Bont, 20. Libba, 20. Chad, 20. Logan, 2. Chad anytime.
Come
Isaac anytime. Errol, 25.
Let's go. Awesome.
Dylan Moore, 15. Thilthorpe, 2. Newcomb, 20. Warple, 20. Watson anytime.
Come on, the Wiz.
Will Day, 20. Darcy Fogarty, 2.
And Chafe.
Ginnivan, 2. Marby Old for anytime. And Ben Keys anytime. Did you say Ben Keys?
Yeah,
Keezer.
you did.
Keezer.
Yeah, you did.
Great leg.
I did
That
no-
is the multi.
I did notice old
Wagner didn't make it.
Wagner didn't quite.
Didn't make it. We'll have to re-put it on.
We'll
Stop
see.
this. We'll just re-film the show.
There might be an injury, so we'll see. if
Let's
there's a
do it
point
again.
in.
So he's
hopefully not.
emergency.
Obviously,
First emergency.
that's a great spot to be.
Corey Wagner. He could walk in right now, and I wouldn't know. who
Not
he
a
was.
clue. Not a clue.
Boys, it's time for the ramble.
Actually, I've got one more thing for you.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
So I had a lot of messages on the DMs in the Discord saying, "Where's Gold Rush?"
Ah.
So Ginnivan had 30 touches last week. I thought, what a time to do it.
Yes.
So it brings back the most valuable segment in all of sports. The bets that we weren't on, but wish we were. It's Gold Rush.
Gold Rush.
Gold Rush. 20 disposals. So Robbie Fox, 26, could have got $10. Tim Membry had 23. Unbelievable for a forward at
23
$9. Jack Buckley, 23 at $8.25. Kyle Langford, $7.50. And Oscar McInerney had 22, $7. Unbelievable. 30 touches. Jack Ginnivan, 31, 51 to 1. Jaden Hunt, 35, 19 to 1. James Sisley for 30, 12. Jaden Hunt, 35, 81 to 1.
81 to 1.
Cracker. Andrew Brayshaw, 41, 625. Harry Sheasel for 35. Could have got 530, which is really low and shows what of a player he is. On to 40. Andrew Brayshaw for $18. Sam Flanders had 43 at $8.75. And Lockie Whitfield, our man, $8.50 for 40.
Heaps.
Sam
Into goals.
Flanders with a cooter.
Gold.
Yeah. My favourite, just for one, Yarman Impey had 7, Jordan Clark at 6, Dion Prestia for 1 for 450, Ollie Hollins kicked 1 for 450, Baz Scott 450, on to 2, Dan Rioli kicked 2 at 15s, Ed Richards for 15 for 2, Massimo D'Ambrosio $15,
Curry.
and Steel Sidebum for 15. 2. On to 3. Adam Treloar, unbelievable, 51 to 1. Another banger. Nick Cox, Nick with a K, kick 3, 26 to 1. Hugh McCluggage, 21. Jack Williams for 3 was 17. And then Charlie Comben, the swing, that was a masterstroke, $13. Into the 4s, Connor McDonald for 41 to 1 for 4. Mick Walters for 4, 34 to 1. And then Lukey Bruce, a professional forward, 4 goals, 23. On to 5, and we close it out. Tim Memory for 5 at 26. But our man on the tab, 41 to 1 for 5.
71 to 1 on
Sportsbet was
Sportsbet.
71 to 1. So they are the best bets in football. All the best bets that we weren't on, but wish we were. The most valuable segment in all of sports.
Great segment.
Gold.
Rush. That was so good.
I love it.
Boys, it is now time for the ramble. Are you playing the old stinger as well? Boom.
Nah, because it gets copyrighted.
All right, boys. So I just want to start off because it is Carlton Port Adelaide. So Zach Butters is now officially the most fined player in AFL history with getting yet another rough conduct fine, which comes to a total of $36,250. But that still only puts him second amongst all players, as Shane McAdam is the most fined player at club selection every week for having 3 first names.
I was going to say, it's 3 blokes.
Shane McAdam. Oh, I thought that was going to go down a bit better.
That's good.
No, it's good stuff.
Also,
I'll throw in a laughter track.
Brandon Zirk Thatcher also. Boys,
Cicadas.
let's have a look at this game. What are we thinking? Early last week, Carlton Port, I said that the bet was going to be Motlop for a couple snags. He was $6 for 3. Yeah, $6 for 3. That came home, and I'm thinking that I go him again for some multiples. I really like him. What are you thinking?
I know you just think Carlton are just a straight up better football team than Port Adelaide. Don't
I
you?
do.
On the road, at home, you just think they are better than Port Adelaide.
We're not playing that well, but I think we are a better side.
No Tom DeConning, so you're relying on Mark Shitnet.
Yep.
I just can't get over the fact that you've played the 4:40 game Sunday and now
yes.
you're playing the Friday night game. I just
Sure.
don't get how that works.
Neither do I.
And I don't know why you're doing it. It has to be a disadvantage. You have to be sore boys. Harry Mackay just... Is he concussed or just dumb? Like, honestly, did he just start stumbling over?
I doubt it. I fucking think.
There is no way he should be playing. He was stumbling. Everyone saw it. A 5-day turnaround and he's fucking playing.
Yep.
So I just think Port Adelaide the side to be on.
I just have a feel.
Mark Pittnet looks like Eric Banner trying to play Bontempelli in a movie.
That is good.
That's what Pitto looks like.
He actually does.
Eric Banner playing Bontempelli in a movie. It's so bang
He
on.
also looks like Bontempelli trying to play Eric Banner. If you think hard enough,
The imagination.
I actually don't think Harry Mackay will play.
Why?
Nah.
That's pixie dust.
No, I reckon he might. There might be a bit of delayed.
I hope he doesn't, because I think Charlie plays better without him.
That's fair enough.
Don't mind it.
But I think you're right, Jeff. It's like we always used to talk about people coming home from West Coast. We sort of don't talk about that much anymore. I don't know why that is. But there has to be something to it. To play Sunday Arvo on Etihad, which the players always say you pull up worse than the G, and then to play there again Friday night, it's got to be something to it. What's the line? 268 for Port is value if you like Port.
14.5 points.
I just think, though, but say it's 5 days, because usually they have 1 or 2 hard training sessions within that week.
Yeah.
You just take a session off,
one, yeah.
have that extra recovery, have one lighter run, then you've got this game, and then you've got a longer break.
That's
coming
one thing.
towards the
Yeah,
next
I
game.
have heard players actually don't mind it because it's recovery, then play.
Yeah.
It's first 2 days recovery, they do one walkthrough, and then they play. So, but they're going to be a little tired. Like, if they
Surely.
are fatigued in the fourth quarter, you haven't been playing your absolute best footy. I just like, I can see Port Adelaide winning.
Yep.
And one Corky to Corky Wiedering, and
Oh, for
Georgiades is kicking 6.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you can get a Rahul Dravid sort of...
iPad, you think?
Yeah.
Got one on.
No, a bigger one.
He's got a mattress
A
wrapped
bigger
around
one.
at the moment. How many does Horn Francis kick?
1.
2.
2. $3.05. Not bad.
That's really nice.
Not bad.
Let's put Horn in for 2. Let's put Motlop in for 2. 235. Charlie's going to kick 3.
Yep.
Like it.
Georgiades for 2 or 1. Leave it.
1.
1.
1.
Nah, $1.10. Leave that.
Leave it. We're not taking Dixon. I don't care if he kicks 1.
They can't let Cripps do to him what he did to him last
Yeah,
time.
but it's going to happen.
Willem Drew has to go to Pat Cripps.
And let's go touches.
Yeah, it has to.
I'm not saying...
Let's go Cripps 25, Butters 25, Walsh 25, Rose 25.
done.
That's $29.
If they shut Cripps down to 19, say, they win.
There we go. Horn 2, Jesse Motlop 2, Charlie 3, Cripps 25, Butters 25, Walsh 25, Rose 25. If this is anything like we could get like the Essendon Adelaide game last week where everyone gets touches,
Yeah.
I like
and it's
it.
a bit of slingshot.
What do you get for that?
Because $29.
What about Owies? Owies always pops up for a snag.
He does.
Definitely.
What did he kick on the weekend? 3, didn't he?
Yeah, he just pops. He's having a good year. He'll probably finish the year close to 40 goals.
Imagine how nice it
good
would
for a
be
small-
playing as a small forward to those
Oh,
crumbs.
absolutely.
It's fucking.
And we haven't had a crummer for so long.
So many couldn't do it for ages.
Yeah.
Like, just get to their feet.
Yeah, and he's got the kind of it in him that he just fucking goes for it.
Over unders 181, so that's pretty high scoring.
Well, we got a bang on last week.
Yeah.
It was over.
It was 187.
Remember your line was 110.5. I'm pretty sure he scored 110.
108, I think, to 88.
Which is unbelievable.
Yeah, so they dead set were a point off,
Yeah.
as they always are.
Jeez,
But North smashed their over, which made
Yes.
the total
Oh,
points
it's
over.
Which
What-
you did say, Das.
We put that on, so that's $29.
and it's
then,
money back if any leg fails. So you might as well have a crack.
money back, any legs fail. And now let's go to
the
the other early game.
Recce game.
North versus Geelong.
The Friday night game in Tassie. So the only thing I want to look at here, boys,
This is a Tassie Friday night.
is Jez Cameron for goals. So remember how he could have kicked 8 at GMHBA?
Yeah.
So for 5 goals is 725. So I just think we build the multi around him.
No. You go.
We'll go 4 then. You take 4.
They do not have a matchup for Brad Close. Pretty sure he kicked 4 goals for that
Who
day
does?
as well.
Oh, Shannon Neal's playing.
Now
The Tasmanian Cowboy.
Let me get this game up. You can cut this, Lou.
He will absolutely pork them.
Tell you what I like is betting on some unders for disposals.
Yeah.
Because the disposals don't get on the boat.
Yeah, you got to wait till they come over.
Yeah, great call.
We got to wait till game day.
Wait till game day. Take some unders.
Take some unders.
So Brad Close's last 3 against North. 4 goals straight, 3 goals straight, 2 goals straight.
So if we look at
We're getting $2.30 for 2, $5.50 for 3.
Give me all of it.
I reckon the best ones we have to do, because they always try and inflate the overs.
Yes, always.
But so let's pick the best 4 players like Sheasel, Wardlaw, Geelong players, midfielders don't get that many touches anyway.
Yeah.
So say they're all at 26, 27, you could see them all getting 24s or just under.
Definitely.
So last time I played,
early.
Jeremy Cameron 6, 21 touches. Brad Close 4, Shannon Neal 3, Eddie Ford kicked 3. He had a day 3 and
did.
20. Yeah, you were on him.
Chopovich.
That's when you
right.
first gobbled him up. And then Sheasel 38, Sheasel 38 and 1.
That's right.
LDU 27 and 1. Brad Scott 27, Bailey Scott 27, Tom Power 28. So 26. Max Holmes kicked 2.
Brad Scott, 1 kiss
Remember,
from Job.
North were playing all right. They were playing okay, and that was by 75
Yeah.
points. They just could not stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
So I can see some goals.
All right, let's
But
go.
that's what we
less
pissed off
touches.
too.
Let's go
Yeah.
Shannon Neal 2.
Let's go, like everyone for 2.
Jez, we'll just go Jez 3.
Jez 3, $2
Jez
for 3.
3, Larky
you.
2.
Stengel for 2.
Mm.
He gets a
And-
snag every week. Larky 2, Shannon Neal 2,
What's the weather doing?
and take Brad Close for 2.
Yeah. And Paul Curtis for 1. He'll kick one down there.
Oh, he
and
loves
so
it in Tassie.
Comben for 2 at $3.05.
Dream will play forward again.
Yeah, if Griffin Lowe gets up.
Yep.
Sheasel for 1.
Sheasel for 1.
What a player.
Eddie Ford for 1.
Oh, this is good. Eddie
11
Ford for 1.
degrees, no rain.
Yeah, 100. Here we go. 181 to 1.
That's awesome.
Listen to this. Neil for 2, Larky 2, Stengel 2, Brad Close 2, Common 2, Jeremy Cameron 3, Paul Curtis 1, Sheasel 1, Eddie Ford 1.
That's awesome.
I actually don't see that losing.
No, there's no possible way.
No touches. Fuck the touches. All of them under. It's just
Touches don't get on the
inside
boat.
50 snags.
Love it.
How good Sheasel.
Oh,
Could argue he's the best player in the comp.
box
Good.
off.
You could. Gee, some people didn't like that post
Yeah, well,
today.
fuck him. They reckon that we're casuals. You guys are casuals. All right, let's go. 100K versus the Bookies,
Please.
Jeff. This is one of our favourite bits of the show. So we're wrapping up here. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick the line. Let's just go hard at the line. We're not teasing. Let's see if we can just dob 9.
Oh, you want to go every...
Line. Yep.
Okay.
Flat out. Or we can pick the over-under.
Righto.
It just has to be a flat line.
No,
So-
take the line.
Oh, well, either way, they're both at $1.88. So
final.
here we go. Carlton, Port Adelaide. So the line is Carlton minus 14.5. Would you guys be more comfortable taking Port Adelaide points or the over being 181.5?
Yeah, I think the Port Adelaide points, but Carlton head-to-head is the play.
I couldn't agree more. Especially with the plus 14. That's a really generous plus 14.
Mm-hmm.
2 goals at the Igloo.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a
You
Carlton
just like
supporter.
Carlton to cover the
Or,
line.
yeah, or would you rather go the over?
What's the... Oh, you want to take the over 188.5.
Tired boys.
181.
Could they just lay back on... get the lead, lay back on defence, stop the scoring?
Well, it's 2-1. So we're going to take Port Adelaide?
Oh, unfortunately, I think so.
Dude,
Carlton
I hate
win.
when we lose Friday. Why don't we just leave it?
No, it's how we do it.
Plus 14.
We just got to get it right. It's a 50-50.
14's a gift.
Just get it
Gobble
right.
it.
Gobble the
North
gift.
Melbourne, Geelong.
This is tough.
I have to take that 24 and
This has come in. This was 30 the other day.
Was it?
Mm.
Oh, I just think North are just as good as them. I think their midfield's just as good as them. Like Geelong just win, don't they? But 24 and a half. Oh, could you
How much
see
they
them?
beat the Hawks by? Geelong the other week.
Heaps.
Smashed them.
It
This
was-
in Tassie.
I know, but
North aren't bad.
similar.
It's too early to bet on even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, let's skip this one.
It's a
Skip the Brecky game.
It's a Friday night game. Gold Coast, Brisbane.
Gold Coast
Have
plus
to
6.5.
take, yep.
That was 10.5 yesterday when we did the podcast.
We all agree this.
Was
They
it really?
bet in.
Wow.
Yep, 6.5. Because everyone, they're undefeated at home. You got to take those points.
Here we go. This will be a good one. St Kilda, Essendon.
Oh, jeez. I don't like the 3. I think Essendon have to win.
Yeah, I agree. I know you like the Saints.
2-1. Essendon is in. Melbourne,
3.5
GWS.
or just head-to-head?
Nope.
3.5?
Has to be the line.
Fuck.
I'll go with a 3.
GWS, Melbourne.
Bet of the round.
Yeah.
GWS.
GWS to win head-to-head. They were 2-1 yesterday. Now they're $1.90.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
West Coast, Fremantle.
I like taking the 36.5 points. I reckon this screams 50. They beat Melbourne by 50 points last week.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying minus 36.
Minus 36.5. Yeah, I reckon
Yeah,
they're going
we'll
to
take
smash
Freo.
it.
Yeah, I
I
like
reckon
it.
by 50.
Collingwood, Richmond. I actually don't mind Richmond's
I
points.
love Richmond.
Yeah, plus 23 is nice.
In what world are Collingwood so much better than the Tigers?
They're gonna, and like this is one that they've probably circled like fuck these dogs.
for sure.
We're gonna have a crack.
Absolutely.
If they if Nick Dacos wasn't on their payroll, what would they be good at?
Selling John Noble merch. Swans, Bulldogs
This is a tough one.
Real tough.
I wouldn't take that 14 points.
for the Swans.
I wouldn't take minus 14 in what we're like. We
Nah,
are
yeah, I
too
agree.
injured, not going well enough. We only beat we've lost 3 of the last 4.
I just think the game will eventually, you could see it being close enough in the last 4 to 5 minutes where the team, like it will be much closer than like an actual blowout. The way that the Bulldogs have been playing, they'll give themselves a crack, or even if they're behind by 3 goals, then you know that comes the last bit of the game. Teams always tend to park the bus, and it's
100%.
just like, well, they're going to come now for the next 5.
I reckon they're going to have Norton, Jamara, Sam Darcy down that forward line, and they're going to try and be too tall for us.
Yep.
And they're going to kick it high, and they're going to try and mark everything. I reckon they're going to just go, we're going to kick it high and mark everything all day. Bont's going to get to work. Liv's going to get to work. Ed Richards, remember he had 20 at half time against the Swans?
He's awesome.
I probably think 14 and a half's the play.
Yeah.
We're saying about the bookies always being right. I actually can't believe the 14.5 in both the Carlton Port game and that game. I reckon that's so generous.
Well, we can take Port out if you want. Because
No,
it's
I
Friday
like
night.
Port.
All right, and next one,
I'm
Hawks.
having that into the Dogs.
Hawks and Adelaide.
We're going to take the Hawks.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're flying.
So this is paying $169. Port plus 14.5. Gold Coast plus 6.5. Essendon minus 3.5. Giants minus half a point, so pretty much pick them. Fremantle, we need you guys to get to work, so we need you guys to win by at least 37 points. The Tigers plus 23.5, which means they have 23 points in the back pocket to play with. And then the Bulldogs plus 14.5, and pretty much Hawks just to win by a point.
What's that? What do you get for that?
169.
That's awesome. And just quietly, Port plus 14.5 into Dogs plus 14.5 gets you 361.
I'm putting
Double that
$2 on that, boys, to
and
get
take
300.
GWS.
Daz, can I run something by you?
Here we
You
go.
can't do it this week, Lou.
The double-double?
No, you can't bet on round 21.
Well, they know we're up to something.
Yeah.
I can't find it.
We're up to something.
They know.
We tried last week. Didn't
It's
get
all right.
it.
We'll talk about it next week.
Do it next week. Jake Waterman for 2 at $2.07.
Yep.
Is it? Yeah, take that.
That's an awesome bet.
Take that. Even if they're going to lose, he's going to get his chances.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
If you're in the
And
top
it's his
5,
100th game.
if you're in the top 5 of the Coleman, what's he for 3, 4, and 5? He kicked 5 goals, 2 against them last time.
Heaps.
They play as well as they did last time.
Come on, Jev, fire up.
It's 29 to 1-5. See, this is where I reckon 101 for 6. 5 goals, 2 last time.
He's done it once.
100 to 1.
101's awesome.
100 to 1's awesome. 29. See, that should be more.
What's
that should be
Josh
more.
Tracy paying for 5 or 6?
9 to 1 for 5.
Not on Barras.
How short is that?
What other key forward? Think of any forward that could kick a bag this week. Maybe Gold Coast, Brisbane.
Maybe one of the Bulldogs boys, like Sam Darcy. See Sam Darcy kicking 3? $5.10.
I reckon Stringer could kick 4. Who plays on string being?
Fuck if I know.
Two.
Could Chad kick 4 again on the Dogs?
Could Cam Rayner kick 5?
Yeah, who are they playing?
Suns,
Gold Coast.
$71.
Ben King. I know that you wouldn't touch that, but no Harris Andrews. Should be
Jed
filthy.
Walter.
I'm not betting on Jed.
If you're still watching now, comment who's kicking a bag this week.
26 to 1.
We'll
Boys, this is why we're the most unlistenable pod on earth.
If 100% of people still watching commented, we'd have 0 comments.
Could be Bay Humphrey game, Das.
Another one.
Or Will Ashcroft for 2 goals at $10. Boys, that's the pod.
Oh, thank God.
We have had a couple of big days together.
I'm fucked.
Oh, I'm absolutely red raw in the eyes. I've been fighting on my own pillows. Jev, I think the Blues win by 17 points and we would cover them. Chili! Baby back ribs.
Ribs.
Arriba.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.